Well, we've been talking about it all hour. Spend, spend, spend. That seems to be the motto of this administration. $1 trillion deficits as far as the eye can see, and yet the Energy Department apparently announcing a $168 million plan to, I don't know, build more wind farms, you know. Let's bring in Robert Bryce, senior fellow at the Manhattan Institute. This is almost laughable to me because, you know, Britain, the leader in wind power, said that, you know, these offshore wind farms, yeah, they don't produce as much power as we thought after all. So it's not even a good idea, and we're still spending money on it.
Tracy, this, I think, is just another example that shows once again that the wind industry is the most favored industry in America. This is an industry that has subsidies, mandates, and they get exemptions from prosecution under federal wildlife laws. And now, unfortunately, I think the Obama administration is throwing more money at the offshore sector, which is going to be incredibly expensive.
So this... I mean, we're showing a little video now. It looks like floating windmills, but that's basically what it is, right? These windmills kind of out in the water somewhere, supposedly bringing power back to our fine country.
I think the important thing to realize here, Tracy, is what is going to be the cost of the electricity that may be generated offshore. The Europeans are already seeing this. If you look at the EIA data, it's very clear. The cost of offshore wind-produced electricity is about 2.5 times that of what is produced by onshore wind turbines, and about 5 times as much as is produced by natural gas turbines. So this electricity is going to be extremely expensive if it ever gets built here in the United States, these turbines, that is.
So it's more money. It doesn't create as much power as we thought. What in God's name was the rationale for pushing this then?
Tracy, I think I know where you're coming from on this. Well, look, this is part of the Obama administration's whole push. This all of the above strategy doesn't matter whether it works or not. It's all of the above. We should be doing. We should have a diverse portfolio, clearly, but we should be supporting the energy sources that can scale and that are really viable. The real news here, Tracy, isn't in wind. It's not in solar. The real news, of course, is in the breakthroughs in the oil and gas business and the shale revolution here in the U.S.
Right. And that's the craziest part. To your point, the wind subsidies are what, 12 times greater than that of oil and gas? Like, why are we holding wind's hand and totally neglecting oil and gas when, as you say, we're making great strides in the oil and gas industries?
Well, and the cost of natural gas now is about I haven't checked it this afternoon, about $3.40. Natural gas has to be at about $6 for onshore wind generated electricity to make economic sense. But directly to your question, this is one of the key issues now facing Congress. Will they extend the production tax credit, the 2.2 cent per kilowatt hour subsidy for wind generated electricity? And the wind lobby is on a full court press in Congress to try and get it extended, and I think it's been in place now. We've subsidized wind for more than 20 years. I think it's time for them to stand up and be able to produce on their own without subsidies.
The only wind in Washington is coming out of the blowhards who make these rules. Robert Bryce, thank you for being here.
Thanks, Tracy.
Good times on a Friday night. Thank you. It's like Looney Tunes.